Good morning, Team Awesome Elites. It's Bree. So I wanted to talk a little bit about being a fire starter. Sometimes as elites, we're fire putter outers too, so it's kind of ironic, but that's exactly what it is. Um, and that doesn't necessarily have to be keeping people excited via like incentives, even though incentives are really great for camaraderie and learning and motivation. But I remember Michelle Bell talked at a training that we had in October about how they've actually done studies, and they did them with children, um, where the children who were praised and just excited to be doing these tasks were more likely to do them again when they weren't being offered a reward for doing them. So incentives aren't necessarily how to get your team moving. It's just something fun and it helps with the excitement. So being a fire starter is bringing excitement. It's bringing excitement. And listen, on the months that are naturally huge months where that momentum and that enthusiasm, think November, February, is there, we can kind of take a step back. We can kind of honestly, we can kind of take a step back because that's they're self-propelling, right? Otis, knock it off. Every time I start a video, this dog, go. Um, really, I mean, we can kind of take a step back because it's just like this monstrous, awesome machine that is working and self-motivating, right? On the months where that goes down, which is natural, this is just the way human beings are. Most people really struggle with consistency. That is when we as leaders step it up into double time, all right? That is the months that we work really, really, really hard. And like I said, it doesn't have to be like putting out mega incentives, right? That it's not about that. It's about the energy and the excitement that you display and you show on your team. It's about posting more. It's about more posts so the girls start talking about what they're doing or what they're struggling with. More posts so girls can see that other people are successful. I have this theory about big months. So February, shortest month of the year, for us, it's been our biggest month ever, right? Sure, we can say it was the tax refunds. Really? I mean, last year, February, there was like a double party hostess points and stuff. We didn't even have that this year. We still had the biggest month ever. Why? Well, because we said it was going to be. That's number one. You tell them that sales are good, that everything is awesome, that we are doing amazing, that you guys are fabulous, being the big cheerleaders that we are. That's what they're going to believe. That's what they're going to expect. A lot of times in Team Awesome, I've noticed last year, the months where everybody else in the company was like, oh my gosh, this month is so slow. Team Awesome had no idea. And that was part of it. I really didn't know. I didn't have that many friends and other legs. Like we were just this own thing. We didn't know that. It wasn't about to stop us. And this month is still real good. We've already surpassed January numbers, but you notice kind of a trend. And always numbers kind of flatline a little bit mid-month. And then they start picking up the last week and a half, 2 weeks, right? And so that's right about now. We'll see our numbers start to pick up. So being a fire starter is really just, most of the posts I make on my Facebook wall aren't necessarily for my own market. Of course they are, but they're because so many Team Awesome girls watching the way I work. They're watching what I do. They're inspired by you. If I say I'm making sales left and right, they're gonna be like, oh crap, I need to be making sales left and right if it's that good. You know what I mean? Seeing each other's success and promotions, that motivates them. I always do my swagathon, which you guys know, like that's the incentive that I'm doing because really it works so great. Girls love to feel like they win. It's something that they can show off how many sales they're doing. They can see everybody else is making sales. So it's that's what I do. And I do that most for the camaraderie and the fun and for rally time. So If as a leader, I'm feeling cobwebby and lack of spark, which happens because we are but a unique presenter. However, if you are a leader, which you guys all are, it is your job to dust yourself off real quick because they follow your lead, you know? And the energy that we put out, it doesn't even matter what we post. It doesn't even matter the words that we say. They can feel that. If all of a sudden you go dark for a couple days, not dark necessarily posting, but they're not seeing you being as active, they aren't, they aren't seeing that, they aren't feeling that connection with you, I'm telling you what, their productivity goes down. It starts with you. So if you're finding a really hard time having lack of motivation, because trust me, that happens, that's when I have to do the opposite of what I want to do. The consistency in your team is what's going to carry you to the top. And that is especially on slow months. I kind of learned this the hard way. I moved last summer, right? June and July and August were real tough for me, and my personal circle suffered because of it. I've only not hit black one time. I've maintained every single month for the past 13 months except for August, and it was because of my circle sales, because life happens, However, being consistent and enthusiastic and awesome with your team, it really doesn't take that much effort. And it is part of being a leader. So when you are feeling that lack of spark, when you have doubts, when you're feeling frustrated about back orders and new products and stuff like that, that's when you have to dig deep into personal development, and you have to, I'm going to say it, you guys, you got to fake it till you make it, because that's when they really need you. That's when they really need you. That's when we work real, real hard, or actually on the slow months as a leader, to get our teams through that. Because when they start consistently working their business, whether it be because you are being inspiring, because you're motivated, because of camaraderie, because of incentives, they're going to start doing that automatically. They're going to be in the habit of, this is the way that I work my business. And that's ultimately what we're doing, is we are training and inspiring people to be consistent in their business. And that starts with you. So fake it till you make it. It is one of the hardest parts about being the leader. It really is. But remember, when your machine gets big and it starts self-propelling and those big months come, that's kind of when you can just sit back and look at the awesome stuff that you helped create. I know that sometimes it's hard to fake it till you make it. Sometimes it's hard to find that enthusiasm, but it is a part of personal development, and being a consistent leader, that is so important. If we're trying to teach our girls the importance of self-motivation and consistency, that starts with you. If they see their leaders not being consistent and lacking motivation, it's not good for your team. So even when sales are down and they're not picking up, and holy crap, we're looking forward to April and those liquids coming back, you still got to be there, and you girls do. That's why you're so successful. I just kind of wanted to point out there is a method to that madness. And it's really important. And I've noticed, that consistency, and when we have big months, I can step back and just be like, look at them go, this is awesome. When we have months that I can kind of see us flatlining a little bit, is when I step in and it just comment more and post and love the girls more and reach out and PM and bring that love. It doesn't have to be anything more than that, or sharing your ideas, or coming up with new party strategies, filling their cup, planting seeds, throwing fireballs at them, getting them pumped up. Find a new product you love, start making creative videos, and make sure they see you doing that, because they're going to follow your lead. So this was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I just wanted to say that out loud. Clue to you is when you can finally feel your spark dying down, which is totally normal. It doesn't mean anything here or there. That's when you have to really saddle up as a leader. That is your clue. Oh, shoot, I'm feeling very, very not motivated. I'm feeling the lack of energy, because we feed off of their energy just like they feed off of us. However, as a leader, you have got to stop that cycle and be the one to bring the fire. Be a fire starter. All right, guys. I love you. Let's end this month strong, because we know the stronger we end it, the bigger April's going to be. Liquid foundations are coming back. Everybody's getting their new stuff. Last April was one of Team Awesome's biggest months ever. But it starts right now. April starts right now, and you need to bring those ideas to your team. Start helping them map out next month and the end of this month. Love them hard. All right. Bye, girls.